Hi guys, it's Aaliyah. Welcome back to my channel. So I am so excited. I've been up since early this morning because I was watching a video from, of course, one of my favorite crafters, Bonny, from Bonny and Clive. And she was making these like little, oh, what did she call them? They're like little scrap paper embellishment type thingies where she layered, um, you know, little bits of paper on top of each other. And then she had stamped a butterfly image that she put on the top and then sewed through them. So you could use them, as decorations. You could use them to decorate your journals, tags, things like that. So, of course, I had to try my hand at it too. So, I've come up with a couple little like prototypes and I'll show you what I did. So, I turned them into paper clips. Let me just show you one. Excuse my hands, they're very gluey and probably inky. So, I have this rose stamp set that I don't stamp a lot, but I would like to. So I do have a set of roses that I like. So I chose the small rose to stamp. So that's what I use as a centerpiece. And then what I did, it was I made the base of the paper clip and then I sewed the whole little cluster onto the paper clip. So like you can see the sewing in the back. So then it will just clip on a page just like that. And I think it's so cute. So cute. So Bonnie, thank you so much for doing your video because then it inspired me. No, not expired me. Oh gosh, inspired me. It inspired me to try my hand at it too. And then I thought, why not put it on a paper clip? So I've made 3 so far. Let me just show you what I made. This was the first one I tried. And she has like a whole little bucket of, like these off cuts of the like strings and stuff, like from when you're sewing, you cut off the little edges of the little pieces, or like if you rip some fabric and you always have the little pieces. She has a whole bucket of them, and I don't ever keep them. So I was trying to dig through my paper trash, trying to pull some little bits out. So I did find some, but before I realized I had some in my paper trash, I used some, it's kind of like, it's not eyelash trim, but it's one of those, where did it go? It was on my desk somewhere. Oh, it's like this. It almost looks like yarn, like fuzzy yarn, because I have a bunch of eyelash trim and I really want to use it, but I never really know how to use it. So I used a piece under there, and then I realized I had some string in the bucket, so I did the second one, and I don't know if you can see some of the string sticking out behind it. And then I did another one right there. So I thought, let us make one together, and I'll show you how I put it together. And so this is my little version of Bonnie's clusters. And in my scrap box, oh gosh, oh, here they are. I had some of these strips. I had cut down, I think I was cutting down tags, but I had all these strips this size left over. And I was going to throw them away, but then I thought, no, I'll do something with them. And I'm so glad that I did because they are perfect. So, and to make the paperclip part, you can have it as long or as short as you want it. You can use whatever type of paper you want. I just happen to have this in my little paper bin, so I'm using these. And all I did to make the paperclip part was fold it in half and grab a paper clip. And so how like on the paper clip there's one long side that it goes from here to here, because this side it goes and then it stops right here. You want your paper to hang over the long part, so that way obviously it can, if it hangs off the short part, it would fall off. So then all I did was just, now I'm on camera, so of course I can't. But basically, you're just hanging the paper on, see, on the paper clip. And then I just took some glue because, I mean, it's going to be sewn across. So, I mean, you don't need to go crazy with the glue. Sometimes I do just because, I don't know, that's just the way my brain works. But yeah, remember you're going to sew it. So, well, I'm going to sew it. So technically I don't have to put so much glue on it because it's going to stay closed. And then what I did was I used my bone folder and I'm pushing up against the paper clip. And I don't know if you can see that, how it makes this little, like a little tunnel for the paper clip to kind of be sort of free back and forth. So I do that on both sides. And I think it also helps it hold better. I think, I don't know. Maybe I'm just doing it because, I don't know, no idea. And then I'm going to just use my paper pinking shears to make a little thing on the bottom and ink around the edges. And these things are so easy to make and they are so fun to make. And like a lot of my projects, they use up all your scraps. So I love projects that use up scraps, because, you know, we all have our bucket of scraps, and then your bucket turns into 2 buckets, it turns into a box and a bucket, and, you know, you're always kind of overflowing with scrap papers and scrap fabrics, scrap materials. So you can really do this with anything. It doesn't have to just be paper. You can definitely do it with fabrics, you know, layer a bunch of fabrics or laces or things like that, and just have fun. I did actually on which one? Hold on. On 2 of them, and I don't know if you can really see. Well, this one you can see it more. See, I have some lace under there. I had a little bit of lace that was just cut off. So I use that under there. Here I have a little bit there, and here I have some sari silk ribbon. And also, if, see, it is, you know, secured on, but if you don't like that it's so loose, you could always glue down a little bit after you sew it. I actually did do that on this one. I glued down just the top there because it was sort of, I didn't want it to rip. So I might go back and kind of just glue this down a little bit. This one is pretty good. I mean, because it goes all the way through, so it's okay. But I noticed when I touch this, I might put just a tab of glue underneath there just to kind of hold that together. So I'll definitely go back and just see if I like the way it is, and it might be fine, who knows, but just in case. So let's see, I started with a base and I was using these pieces. Actually, I haven't used this piece yet, so I'm going to kind of first decide, or you know what, do I want to do it this way, or let's do it this way. And let's just, okay, I'm just going to rip an edge on this side and just sort of see how big I want it as the base. I mean, that's fine, you know. And then maybe even just rip a little bit more. Oh, stuck on the threads on each of these sides. That way when I'm gonna ink it, and I mean, you don't have to ink your pieces. I like to, because it gives it that more grungy look, and I really like that. So okay, so we have it like this. Actually, I kind of like it like that. All right, so I'm going to do that. And then it's really about just grabbing scraps that you have on your desk or in your box, and just start layering them. That's all you got to do. And I'm just tearing around the edges for that torn look. You, of course, don't have to. If you want to cut little bits and pieces up, you can definitely do that too. And then I'm just going to layer it down. And it doesn't have to be centered. You know, you can put one off to the side a little bit more, like that. And you know what? I think this is upside down. It should be like that. Okay. Because I just noticed the 3s were there. And am I in frame? I am, but I'm at the like bottom of my frame. All right, I'll try to stay up a little bit more. And then let's see, I had, oh, here, I had some, oops, I keep getting stuck with that. Let's see, I want maybe like that. Actually, I think like that. That looks good. And in her video, she used like a little clip to sort of hold everything together before she sewn it. But if you want, if it makes you feel better, you can always put a little tiny dab of glue just to hold everything in place as you go, kind of like as you layer, if it makes you like a little more comfortable knowing that it's not gonna ride around. Definitely do that too. Here I have this little scrap, might as well put this in the mix somewhere. Oh gosh. Oh, you know what? I want to do like this. Okay. Let's see. What else? What else? Oh, you know what? If I do some coffee dyed strips. Oh, this. I like this. Hold on. I'm just thinking here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it under. And I know sometimes I start inking off camera, but I apologize. Maybe like that. Okay. Oh, you know what? I do want a little piece of... How about... You know what? Can I get a little piece here? Oh, I have lots of strings I just found. We'll use that. But what I was thinking is I have a little... I want to use a little material. I'm trying to pull it out without having a avalanche because it was at the very bottom. All right. Let me see if I can just... I know I'm off screen. I do apologize. I'm just trying to get... do I want that? I found this material, but maybe it's... No, that one's too much. What I can do, though, and I have this started falling out. Let's put that behind there somewhere. Okay. I'm thinking maybe under these 2 layers. Like that. Okay. And now I think it's time for our little rose. So what I did and what she did, like you stamp out a bunch and then you, oops, ooh, and then you kind of tear as you go. So I'm just gonna tear one off. And I do want to tear it down a little bit. Perfect, just like that. Okay. And I'm definitely inking because I want nice grunge. Okay, so that is the basis of our cluster. And here's our paper clip. And I'm actually probably just going to leave this stuff right on there like that. And put it right like this. And you know, you can play with it and just kind of see how it is. I just sort of throw it on and whatever happens, happens. You know, it's kind of, there's no real rhyme or reason to it. All right, my sewing machine is here. I am just going to sew real quick and I'll show you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start the stitch here and I'm just going to diagonally across it. That way I know it gets all of the different layers. So 1 second while I sew. Okay, and let's just cut that a little. So let me just show you what we have. And I'm going to cut these down a little bit. Oh, I found this too. My friends at work, they're so funny. Every time they chew so much gum. Like this is a gum container, and I actually have another one that they gave me too that I put all my brads in. They take off the paper on the outside and they save their gum boxes for me. But it's perfect because what I thought is I will start now putting all my little strings in it for future projects. So, oh, that's attached. Don't want to pull that. So yeah, and it's small enough to keep on my desk, and I just put the top on after, and it's my little string collector. I mean, oh, there's my little bits of string so far, but going forward, I know not to throw away the strings because I didn't even think of, using them as kind of like bits in the background. So that is the little Bonny cluster altered paperclip thingy-madoodle. That's what it is. That's what I'm calling it. And I mean, some of these, they might come out, and if they do, it's going to go right into my thing. Oh, so it's like a longer piece. So I'll probably just cut it off a little. Save the other piece. Yeah, see, they're long, but the other ends are stuck underneath there, which is completely fine. But isn't that cute? And then to add it to your journal is, I just think, really neat. And of course, like hers, she just made the clusters. She didn't put them on a paper clip because she wanted to kind of, it looks like, build a stash. And then when she's working on a project, if she thinks, oh, this tag needs something, she can go grab from it. Or maybe an embellishment on a page or something, you can go to your little stash that you've made already and get it. Now, I know this video was long just because I was trying to kind of show you step by step, but the way she does it kind of like production style. So if you wanted to make multiple ones, say you just wanted to make the base without the paperclip and stuff, which is great too, because then you could always glue it onto a base, but what you could do is like maybe have 6 bases going at once. Put down the first layer, put down the second layer, third, and then until you get to the top, and then take them one by one and sew them, and it will really go by a lot faster. Or you can be slow like me and do one at a time and then start again. Whatever works for you. Just go and have fun. This was tons of fun, and I'm so glad that she did something with all her scraps, because we all have that big, stash of scraps somewhere that we really need to weed down. So I'm always looking for inspirational projects that use scraps, because oh gosh, I have so many scraps, and sometimes I just don't know what to do with them because it gets a little overwhelming. So definitely give this a try, and again, it doesn't have to be a paperclip. Just make a whole bunch of bases and then use them when you need them. It is so much fun. You definitely got to try it out. So as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.